You just have all
Hi.
sorts of excuses. Welcome to the Zac Yak Pac on the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. I am one of your hosts, Zach.
And I'm the fat fucker that's feeding the face.
Other Zach. But that's how you should have done that. You can follow us on the Facebook, the Jaggers Juxtaplooza, and you can follow me on Instagram at MPJags, and you can follow the other Zach at
The emergency vet. I went there.
still nothing.
Been a bad week.
I guess you can follow him at his regular Facebook page. An Instagram takes you like 2 seconds.
Been a bad week. Anyhow.
That doesn't explain the last 2 months. This is episode 10. You've been promising for 9 of those episodes.
Oh my God, yes.
Just say. This is what happens when you're sober. You can't think through excuses. So, needless to say, last week's show kind of ended pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, and it was totally out of either one of our control.
Well, I mean, kind of my control. I just can't keep the show going, and I had nobody I could bring in. I tried looking.
So last week, what ended up happening for any of our viewers that we actually have, Transformer for a
like
good 1,500
Optimus Prime.
No, not that type of Transformer. Yes, I'm seeing the pineapples, Zac Yak Pac, Jaggers, Juxtaplooza, and don't be a dick. Calling me out trying to say I'm a dick.
No, those hashtags are always there. Every show.
Yeah.
The pineapple's the only new one.
Yeah. So,
which isn't all that new. It's just new to be this early in the show.
Yeah. The Transformer at the substation that feeds like 1,500 customers blew up. And without warning, obviously. So it's one of those things where it's like, oops.
So not a transformer on the pole?
No.
Oh, nice.
There were 1,500 people without power.
At least they keep extras of those just laying around.
They actually have the portable hooked up.
Still?
Yes, the portable is still hooked up.
Ooh.
The one that's mounted on a trailer?
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Because I went past the substation to find out, and I went past it last night. They still have the trailer hooked up.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, well, it's the same people that, oh, no, that's just mean. It's the same people that supply your power as well.
Oh, yeah. Ours comes out of Pennsylvania. Just my village pre-purchases the power.
Oh, yeah. But it's First Energy Corporation, ultimately.
Right.
So, they're great. They're more like a Nick.
So we should be having my daughter's birthday party here in the next couple of weeks, right? And supposedly Nick's going to be there, but you're not going to make it. So who's the Nick?
Damn it. Military. Fuck. This drill is going to be really interesting too, by the way. Because I got a really interesting phone call on Monday, and I still got to send up the documents. Thanks for reminding myself of this. But Medical Command is wanting Dinnerly isn't Nick. Okay, I'm going to have to ask about that one in a minute. But Medical Command's actually looking at everything and being like, what the hell, dude? You're broken again? So we'll see what happens and what comes of it.
Right. Oh, wow. I'm echoing right back into, yeah, that was pretty bad.
I didn't notice one.
I know you didn't. But yeah.
So
Yeah.
Dinnerly is a Nick.
Are we ready to go there yet?
Yeah, I got to hear what they screwed up this time. I don't know why you keep messing with them, even though they keep on saying, "Oh, we'll give you a week free."
It's not even a week free, but no, it's we got another punctured freaking ice pack. Now the box looks pristine, and the ice pack was punctured. So all over all the food stuff is the gel from inside, and their answer is always, "Well, it's non-toxic, so you can just wash it off and cook with it." Yeah, because it's not ridden full of alcohol. That I've had to call poison control for a pet before from a different company, but it was actually the box was punctured. It looked like a fork truck drove through it.
Animal poison control. Aren't they wonderful to deal with? $65 up front before they tell you anything.
No, that's the thing. They charge you at the end of the call.
Now it's before.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it's before they even take your. You got to put in the card number first.
Yeah, my dog was drunk. That's what it came down to. My dog, she had alcohol poisoning. Like she was shaking. She was freaking. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It was actually borderline. Is she going to have a seizure?
Oh yeah.
So it was. Yeah, it was one of those. So we don't fuck with those ice packs. I don't care if it saturates a potato. I'm not just cleaning the potato off and cooking with it.
No.
I don't care if you say it's non-toxic.
That's how you get Jameson. Wait, no. Anyhow.
But yeah.
Vodka.
So yeah, it's. I don't. Yeah. So another punctured ice pack. This is the second punctured ice pack in 3 weeks. It's just all sorts of living hell. I gave them as many chances as I could. We're done with them. They're gone.
Really?
We've moved on and found the same pricing somewhere else. We have a third viewer. Make sure if you haven't to hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button as well. Feel free to leave comments. Leave all the comments you want. Comments are good for the algorithm, and we'll also piece off your comments and be able to continue the conversation from there. So the question comes: you said we moved on. Yes, we're completely done with Dinnerly.
Nice.
Yep, they lost my business. By third viewer. Now it says one viewer. I don't know. So, needless to say, yeah, that's the Dinnerly as a Nick. It just is what 3 months, 4 months we've had them, and it's been nothing but issues.
Yeah.
We're in May, so let's just say 3 months. I'm sure it was longer, but let's just say 3 months. Nothing but issues.
Exactly. You gotta eventually cut your losses regardless. Regardless of what they save you.
Oh yeah. At a certain point, I'm sick of it. There's no way around it.
So what's the other one?
Other one what?
What's the other company you're using?
Oh, I don't know. My wife does these things. Every plate. Apparently it's every plate. So every plate should be good. If not, I'll find somebody else. Sorry, I had to respond to a text message. Anyways, there's a couple different things that. Oh, hold on. Take it for a second. I got to deal with the pizza delivery people.
Oh, there you go. Dinner on its way. Yeah, as we were starting to show, obviously I was feeding my face. I was finishing up my Oreo cookies. So obviously it's a little bit of a later night for us to be going ahead and chowing down and everything. And maybe our viewers will care, maybe our viewers won't care. I personally did not care. Yeah, because I'm just professional like that all the time. Oh, I wonder where he got the pizza from. I have to find out if he got pineapple on the pizza, though, because I see somebody always throwing pineapples around all the time. So, see if they got pineapple on their pizza when he gets back. That'd be a good question. Did you get pineapple on the pizza?
No, I haven't put any pineapple on your face.
Oh, wow.
No, but they are advertising for now hiring pizza makers. Delivery drivers wanted. Earn cash daily. I can't blame them for putting it with my food, but at the same time, piss off.
Well, them putting that in with your food's better than what happened to the one lady earlier this week.
Hold on. Potentially earning earnings of $15+ an hour with tips and mileage paid daily. Daily food credit. No, I'm good.
So apparently with this one delivery group for food, I don't even know which one it was. I can't remember, but I remember reading the story how lady ordered McDonald's and had it delivered to herself and ended up with a coupon for some dieting thing.
Oh, I saw that. Did I send that to you?
You did send that to me, but that just plays perfectly with you getting advertisements with your food.
I can't recall what that was, but
I don't know if it was DoorDash or Uber Eats.
Yeah, they were getting the delivery driver was getting extra money for having for leaving advertisements with the food or whatever. It was a separate deal they had going. Yeah.
Another side hustle that they had going on their side hustle.
Well, it's like somebody sold my wife's cell phone number, which about the same time we got a house mortgage. And all of a sudden she starts getting all these text messages at least once a week about, weight loss programs or programs because you're, like the cleanse your face type thing. It's like, or I think she got one for plastic surgery the one day. Like, it's just absolutely atrocious. And it's like, who the fuck are you and why are you texting us? She literally types the words in all caps, fuck off, and then deletes, blocks them.
Nice.
Yeah, every time.
But to go back to the one comment before we'll bring you one when we visit. The 15 minutes before the show, I kind of already explained that to the viewers without any without any prerogative or cue on it. Just explaining that, both of us kind of having a later evening getting in, so might be eating on the air, might be showing it, might not be showing it, and me eating the Oreos, finishing up the Oreos. It's a, true professional type thing. Didn't really care. Went ahead and ate it on the air.
Right. Well, I mean, it still looks better than your face.
Wow.
You got a face for radio and a voice for the silent films.
Exactly.
Oh.
You need to update that picture to where it's the glasses that have the anti-glare on them.
Yeah, I probably should update the picture, but that's a lot of work.
A pineapple always looks better than my face.
Oh my God. Slice pineapples and put them over your eyes and go lay out like you're gonna tan.
With the cucumbers over the center ring.
Yeah.
That'd be screwed up.
It'd be freaking hilarious.
It would be hilarious. It definitely would be hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good question. Canned pineapple or real pineapple? What's your preference?
Is there really a choice on that? It's basically whatever you guys find in the store and throw at me.
Well, that's true. You can't.
Oh, you're going to find both.
Do what?
She said she could find both.
Oh, yeah, we have both where we're at. So, holy hell. I had to buy a bunch of crickets for our lizards today.
How long does a bag of crickets last you anyhow?
About a week.
Depends on how many crickets are in the bag.
Okay. How many do you normally get?
Try to get 50 to 100 because there's two crickets. They both eat like roughly 3-4 a day, give or take. So somewhere you're looking, but just drop 5. So it's,
now,
no
do you
more
just like
time in there.
take the whole bag of crickets and dump it in the cage, or how do you do that?
No. So sometimes they'll escape through there, but we've got a little cricket container. So it's got a little thing that I'll show you in a second.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of curious. Call it stupidity curious on that one. Okay. So you throw the crickets in there, feed them, so that way you can feed the dragons.
Yeah, and see this tube comes out, so they climb in the tube.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
See the one crawling around in there.
Bigger containers. I'm looking to try to see what it'll take to breed my own crickets so that I don't have to keep paying other people.
I like dragons more.
They're dinosaurs.
No, these ones are dinosaurs. We almost got a Chinese water dragon thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but we got these ones instead. So,
saw two very interesting vehicles today. First time I have actually seen them in person, and they both sounded absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
A Ram TRX. That's the one with the Hellcat. And also a Hellcat Durango.
Hellcat's overrated.
It's one of those things, though. It's not something that is like always seen yet. So
no, but it's about to be because they're just throwing a Hellcat and everything.
Well, I mean, supposedly this is supposed to be the last year of any Hellcat motors, too.
Let's put it this way: the Hellcat is a Hemi anymore. They just throw it in everything.
Well, it is a Hemi, but it's a special one too.
No. I'm saying the Hellcat is the new Hemi. It's just we'll throw it in everything.
I'm waiting for them to throw it in a minivan because I'll go ahead and break the bank to get one.
Do they even still make a minivan?
Chrysler Pacifica.
It's not a minivan. The door doesn't slide open.
Yeah, actually it does.
Does it?
Yeah, the first gen Pacifica was that ugly, hideous SUV that was a flop.
Okay.
And what they did was they did away with Dodge having a minivan and having Chrysler as the only one with the minivan and put the Pacifica name on the Town and Country.
Okay. That answers that.
Yeah, that's literally what they did. The new generation of the same chassis is a Pacifica.
Let's see. There was a couple ones I threw at you. Oh my God, this one. I don't even know how to deal with it. I'm just going to say it. You take it however you want. I'm not going to get too into detail. Milwaukee man fatally punches son over cheesecake. At least he pled guilty.
He pled guilty.
for a plea bargain.
Now, granted, you did say 5-year-old son, right? Because that's what it is, 5-year-old son.
Nope,
We're
that's
talking
not what
about
the title
5-year-old.
said. Yep.
Yeah, so I actually did read that article the whole way, and it's another one of those losing hope in humanity, except for the fessing up part. So for this man's birthday, they got a cheesecake.
Nope, already wrong. Father's Day.
Father's Day. For Father's Day, they got him a cheesecake.
And he only got one piece.
He only got one slice of it. And I mean, the article alludes to this. It doesn't directly say it. But I guess the 5-year-old wound up getting the last piece of it. I'm assuming on this one. Because it kind of alludes to it. It doesn't directly say it. But because he only got one slice, he got pissed off and he hit his kid and killed him. Ruptured stomach.
Yeah, hit him a couple of times.
Everything.
He blamed the metal in his hand from a surgery, not knowing his own strength.
Yeah. His hand being heavier. I
don't understand hitting your kid in the stomach.
Yeah. Punching anything.
Hand across rear end. That's kind of like the only option you really need.
Yeah. But punching
I really don't agree with the concept of smacking a kid in the face.
I can understand that.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's not something that, could never have happened when I was growing up or something. I just, the light tap on the tap.
To get your attention tap, yeah.
Just the fingertip to get your attention thing, that's one thing. I don't understand hitting your kid in the stomach.
Full force. Yeah.
Any force.
It just, it doesn't make any sense.
Over a cheesecake.
Yeah.
Like there's jokes I would like to make over the stupidity of this thing, but the kid died. There's no humor anymore.
No.
But speaking of kids,
when he goes to jail, he's going to be in for it. We'll put it like that. Justice will be served one way or the other. You know they don't play with that.
Oh yeah. But speaking of kids, Texas family gets 911 called on them for their kids playing with Nerf guns.
Now, I didn't read that one, but you read it to me over the phone, and it's pretty good.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, I heard gunshots. There's people fighting, and it was kids playing with Nerf guns.
Yeah, and Nerf still doesn't make any guns that look like real ones.
Or sound like real ones.
They do have a pretty nice thud, some of them. The one he just got. It's got a pretty nice thump to it when it fires.
Yeah, but it still sounds like a Nerf gun.
Not this one.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like it.
But does it sound like a shotgun going off?
No, it's not. The volume is not there, but it's got the whole metallic thump to it.
Okay. But you get my point.
Oh, yeah. Volume level's not there. The sharpness or the crack, if you want to call it, when you hear a gun go off, isn't there. But it's got almost sounds like a turned up paintball gun.
Well, that's all a Nerf gun really is.
Not like I would know what a turned up paintball gun sounds like or even feels like.
Or you just, buy the Nerf balls. Aren't all darts anymore. They got little Nerf balls.
Those ones. Have you been shot with them yet?
No.
They hurt just slightly. The one Nerf gun that he's got that fires those really hard foam balls, it'll leave a small mark on you. It will.
So the birds that keep shitting all over my wife's car, they'd work nice for.
Oh, it would kill them. Yeah. It would kill the birds.
Because you can't fire off weapons in town.
Dragon's breath is not a weapon. It's a flare.
That would set my tree on fire.
She's signaling you from your yard at work.
From Detroit.
That might actually get you out of being arrested if you do that.
Or just don't do it.
I say do it.
No, I'm saying that the foam balls would solve the problem. Now, don't make sure to not use it on those woodpeckers. Those, what is it, the red-headed woodpecker things? That's illegal. That's illegal. Don't use it on them.
Speaking of birds, yesterday at a customer, 2 crows were trying to attack a red-tailed hawk.
How'd that work out?
The hawk was just looking at them while sitting on top of the pole while they were dive bombing it and just looking at them like, you idiots, I could eat you. It really didn't go anywhere. It was kind of like a standoff between 2 crows and a freaking red-tailed hawk just sitting on top of a telephone pole. It went on for 20 minutes, and then the hawk finally had enough and flew away.
Speaking of birds, we've got another bird now.
So you're trying to compete with the Cleveland Zoo?
Yeah.
No, we don't let children in our monkey cages.
Touche.
Yeah, all ours are safely in enclosures.
Touche.
So now we've got a blue parakeet and a green parakeet, and so the blue parakeet we already had, that's Twilight, and then the green parakeet we have is Rarity.
Okay.
Can you tell that we also have Trixie the puppy?
Yep.
We have
car's name.
We have Fizzle Pop Berry Twist, a car. Sweepy Pie, the robot vacuum. Huggy Pie, the air conditioner. We have Spike and there's the name for the other lizard. I don't remember. Oh, Gummy. Spike and Gummy for the lizards.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure one of the fish's name was Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, everything in our house is apparently named by after she had the ability to say anything. Named after a pony other than Mom's dog.
Wow.
That's named after a DC character. So yeah. So we now have 2 birds, 2 lizards, like 5 fish, 3 dogs, 2 cats,
2 kids. That's messed up. We're saying this stuff like almost the same time.
Yeah, I mean it's almost insane. It really is. But so we're at the pet store because we were having issues with the parakeet. Like it was faking an injury, right? Which
really?
Faking an injury is a sign of loneliness. She started to stop talking, all these things. I turned on the sound on the TV of other birds talking, and all of a sudden she perked up and started talking. It's like, okay, so we got to get another parakeet. That's fine. They're about the same age, give or take like 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is. Not that big of a difference.
Now, are they male, female, 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 male, male?
I have no fucking idea.
That'd be interesting if you wind up with a couple more.
Yeah, they'll come to your house.
Nope.
Anyway, too late. Already happened.
Nope.
Like I told you, payback's a bitch. Happy birthday to your kids. There's a parakeet in your house.
No. No birds.
That's fine.
Bye, cat.
Do it anyways.
That's if they survive the FedEx shipment.
Self-delivery.
Self-delivery. Oh, yeah, you're going to go ahead and train them like pigeons.
No, I
Carrier parakeets. They can only fly during the summer because that's the only time it's warm enough for them.
I'll deliver them, but I like the way you were going with that.
Oh, man.
He said that you train them to be like carrier pigeons, and they deliver themselves. Just the birds that are pooping on your car. She won't let me give them rice, but she's all for finding other ways to get rid of them. She said that if they pop, they would pop over top of her car, and then she would kill me.
Well, this one.
No, that's besides the point. That's what I'm saying, though. So we have no way to get rid of these birds because the neighbor keeps feeding them. They keep coming. I guess that the solution is find a new neighbor. But anyways, so
I sent that one in private message.
Oh, yeah. Again, the problem is they would still explode onto her car. When they would end up pooping more onto her car, and she would not be happy. That's the problem. Is so I'm gonna have to build an awning or a carport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to build a carport just for her car because even me, it's got a sunroof.
That might make it worse.
It's got a sunroof, so the problem comes with the sunroof. You can't use a sunroof if there's bird shit all over them. So here's what I want to
make it worse. You doing a carport?
No.
Yes.
No, because
then they'll have somewhere on the cross member underneath the roofing to sit out of the sun.
You're insane. I'm going to build it, and I'm actually going to take and build a roof in the carport or a ceiling. Excuse me. So there won't be anywhere for them to sit.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I'm not dumb.
Good.
Versus.
Yeah, you're not dumb now that you're the same age as me for 27 days.
Well, yeah, that's fine. But versus the Army trainee arrested after hijacking a school bus.
Totally stupid, jackass move. Not even at the start of his Army career, and it's over.
Well, yeah, he was trying to run. He was running away.
Not to mention the stolen property being M4 that he had.
Right. Yeah, it was just, yeah, go ahead. Go through the story.
I don't get it. Okay, so, with basic training, you got all sorts of dumb crap you got to do. They didn't trust the trainees enough yet. They were in the phase where they get their weapons, but nothing else. And they did physical training that morning. While everybody else is getting ready, he disappears. And while trying to escape, he winds up jumping onto a school bus and using the M4 that's unloaded. I mean, granted, you can't tell if there's a single round in it or not. But, basically forces the school bus driver to start driving with kids already on the bus. He's being charged with kidnapping for every single individual on the bus. What was it? 37 counts of kidnapping?
I'm not sure, but he tried to get 2 cars beforehand, but they refused to stop. So he got on the school bus as it was picking up children. It's not like he got the school bus to stop for him.
No.
So
he wound up happening upon a school bus stop and jumped on.
In his PTs.
Yep. Fort Jackson. They were definitely relaxing a little bit too much at Jackson, and that guy got away for a little bit. Not for long, but for a little bit, he did.
He wasn't even to a hard spot of basic training, though.
No, he wasn't even in the first. He wasn't even into the, what was it? It was the 3rd week, 4th week, maybe.
Yep.
3rd or 4th week, maybe.
Yeah, he's pre-ranges. They're 11 weeks now, aren't they?
No, there's still only 9.
No. Look it up.
Yeah.
They changed it. No, they expanded basic training. Look it up.
No,
Look it up.
I ain't worried about it. I'm about to be
No,
out.
see if I'm right. That way I don't have to look it up this time. You're fact checking me. Don't want to copyright. Never mind. I was going to do a Jeopardy theme song, but better not.
Oh, anywhere from 10 to 16 weeks now.
Yeah, I was right.
Depending on MOS. So, I mean, if you're OSA, it's 16. But
Right.
the regular basic combat training is 1 week longer now.
Yep.
You
That's
know,
right.
probably. You know why? Probably, right?
No, because they took out land nav. I have no, or not land nav. Yeah, land nav. Landmine courses. So I don't know.
No, it's 1 week longer now. So what it is probably how many times they got to deal with stress cards. It extended it a whole week.
I heard one unit.
You like that one, don't you?
I heard one that actually tested those, and they didn't last.
Yeah, I mean, some cases
I
you hear of them using them. Some cases you hear of it being a flop.
I was part of a pilot program at the time. It was the Best of the Best program. I don't know if you guys had that when you went through.
No.
You had to literally go through like mini boards for privileges. So you get you could get like a on post pass. Nobody else is getting them unless you were part of this program. You got to wear your beret before everybody else even. Overnight passes. When everybody else got a day pass, you got an overnight pass.
Now, the only thing that happened for me was I did get picked up to be going into a sort of a special program, but then I broke my leg and that ended up.
Right. Well, this was just a basic training thing. It wasn't that kind of anything specialized. Like it was one of the things. Like, okay, so you earn the privilege that you could smoke while you're on pass, and it's like that's why I ended up having become a smoker to begin with. Was because it's like I looked at my buddies. I was like, "Hey, let me get one of those because I now can." I've never had the desire, but I'm an adult, and you told me I couldn't do something, so now I can do it. They go, "Oh, you don't want to do this?" I was like, "Don't tell me what to do." And they said, "Oh no." So I said, "Fine, fuck you." Bought my own pack, and that's when I started smoking. Was because of this stupid ass program that occurred on a Thanksgiving. It was a Thanksgiving pass. And so it's like the dumbest fucking reason to have ever done anything was literally reverse peer pressure.
So you're blaming the Army for ever picking up a cigarette?
Of course. Like every other normal person. The Army is the reason I drink. I didn't start drinking.
That one's legit. That one's legit.
I didn't start drinking till after I joined the Army.
That one's legit.
I'm the reason my wife drinks.
So inadvertently, the Army is the reason why she drinks.
Yeah. Blame the Army for everything.
I mean, the Army is the reason why you are the way you are, which is why your wife has to drink.
Exactly. It's apparently your fault that she drinks.
No.
No H. My bad. I just wanted to see if you had to double check that when you read it.
Did.
You did in fact double check it. That's priceless. Oh my God. Oh, and the eviction ban thing is I don't even want to get in that. That's just stupid. Oh, here's one for you. Guard chief wants free health care for all troops, activated or not. He's not wrong.
Okay, but you know, I do kind of take an issue on that one a little bit. Okay, and you used to be guard before you were active duty, so you
Yep.
can kind of see it this way too. Me, I was active duty and then reserve.
Right.
Active duty, you're doing a hell of a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah, their health care should be free. Reserve wise and all that, what I'm paying to have the health insurance for the military, I got no problem with paying into it. I mean, I'm not doing the shit that active duty's doing by any means. You know, why should I receive the exact same benefit in that regard as they get?
Well, that wasn't an option when I was in the Guard.
Huh?
I said that wasn't even an option when I was in the Guard.
Well, it falls underneath the reserve program for the National Guard. So it still falls in underneath Reserve Select.
No, you got to think when I was in the Guard, that was 2004.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, honestly, at that point in your life, you probably weren't thinking about health insurance either.
I was still on my parents, and then in 05, I had my own health insurance. Oh, 05, 06, I had my own health insurance, so that wasn't an issue. Did you?
You there?
He's the issue.
Yeah, my network crashed for a second.
Was it you?
Yeah, it was my end. I went dark for a minute.
Okay. But yeah, no, it wasn't even an option. I had health insurance through the factory I worked at, but that was it.
Yeah.
You know, now granted the Guard would take a look at you, you know, blah, 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 because we had a medical wing, but it's still that, yeah, it was like a once a year checkup, you know, it wasn't anything like, oh my God, you know, but if you're in the National Guard Reserve, who's taking care of your teeth? Let's look at that.
They do actually send you to a dentist yearly, and if it's bad enough, they do it. Only if it's bad enough, though.
You get my point.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have just like a single cavity until your tooth is rotting out of your head, they don't do shit.
So what I'm
then
saying,
they'll yank it.
If you have to be at a certain physical standard,
yeah,
to be in the military, I understand the military taking care of you, not your family, but you.
Yep.
So I don't think he's wrong in saying there should be more health care available to the part-time soldier.
Yeah, for the individual that's actually in, yeah, I guess I can see it that way. You know, I guess that's where my disconnect's at, where I'm thinking, you know, family-wise more than anything else. That's my concern. I got the VA. I don't give a damn.
Right. But I'm talking for what he's listing, you know, literally, it says for all troops, not activated or not, just to maintain your health as a soldier at a much more affordable cost, because you got to be physically fit.
Yeah.
Plus, look at the problems that you have. You shouldn't be having to look and go, how do I get taken care of? Because your health insurance should take care of it.
Yeah, that's the thing with me, where it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, specifically with this scenario, okay, is this going to be workers' comp paying for this part? Is this going to go against my regular health insurance, or is this going to go with the VA? Which one am I going to have to go to?
All three of them?
Just saying, you know, you get what I mean, though. It's like, you know, when you have multiple coverages and all of them technically are primaries, What the fuck are you supposed to do? Who are you supposed to go and see? I mean, VA, I go to them and they just wind up going ahead and getting a little cut from the health insurance, whatever. They recoup some of their costs. I don't have a problem with that.
Here's my question.
Oh, I do have to find a new dentist, though, since you brought that up. Our dentist is dropping United Concordia. That's TRICARE's program.
Right. Here's my question. The Pentagon is supposed to be releasing the documentation involving
what in the world is going on with this?
I have no idea.
I think this one's your end.
No, I'm showing perfect.
Really? Because you're like frozen on my screen now, and mine's moving fluidly. What in the world?
I think it's you.
Come on.
But
come on.
There.
Come on.
Better?
Act. I got full strength signal.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. You're the one frozen. Okay, well, I guess we aren't getting his opinion, thought processes, or anything else. Because now he's gone. And he tried blaming me. How about that? Well, because it hasn't been said in a little while. Yeah, don't be a Nick, for one. For two, you can follow us on the Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. It's JUXTAPLOOZA. You can follow me on Instagram at MPJags. You can follow the other Zach nowhere because he doesn't like to ever be anywhere. Or we give out his actual Facebook account. As he's trying to load in right now. Still loading in. And anyways, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Hit that like button. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can follow the other Zach at Don't Be a Nick. That's what you should do.
Am I back yet?
I think so.
I might have to switch to the phone if that does that again.
So anyways, the Pentagon's supposed to be releasing documentation on unidentified objects, aerial objects.
Yep. And we talked about this a little bit earlier this week. And yeah, I mean, there's parts of me that is curious as to what they are, but you definitely brought up some good points in the conversation earlier this week on it.
No, go ahead.
Like,
what's your feeling about the concept?
Now it's mixed from our conversation earlier this week. There's a part of me that's like, yeah, go ahead, release the shit. But then after our conversation earlier this week, it's like, okay, yeah, I can see that. Who's to say they're not going to doctor documents a little bit? Nobody knows. It's the government. But if they are actually releasing them as they are, nothing being edited or anything like that, some of the questions that you proposed earlier this week, yeah, it's kind of scary if they do it. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I presented the concept that if we release all evidence we have on it, you literally know how much we literally just don't know. they'd have no understanding of. And if it happens to be a foreign adversary, because all a UFO is an unidentified flying object. Doesn't mean aliens. It just means we don't know what it is.
Exactly.
You know, if I flew a drone over your house, but you didn't know it was a drone, it's unidentified flying object. It's an object that's flying by that you can't identify. So if it is a foreign adversary of these Tic Tacs and whatnot that they keep finding, if it's a foreign adversary, we'll literally be letting them know how much we don't know.
Or how much we do know, which could be so minuscule compared to the actual scope of what it is actually capable of.
Right. Which is at the same time letting them know how much we don't know.
Yeah.
And the problem is at this current moment, we know of no government in this world that has this style of technology.
Yeah, like this tech definitely that's involved in some of them. Yeah, it's if somebody here has made this stuff, yeah, it's going to be hard to say, you know.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. It could be worse than the new type of ballistic missiles or whatever that anybody's making.
I would say it literally just appears back and forth everywhere. Like you can't keep up with it. It's too fast. No acceleration. Just moved.
Yep.
I mean, it just.
And then the other part that you proposed about the interdimensional space is really interesting too. Like how much are our cell phones, our Bluetooths, and everything interfering with interdimensional space? If
right,
you know. And we're attracting things here that we really don't want here.
Well, we could be causing damage to their country, their version of reality through all the wireless signals we're sending off.
Yeah, it could be freaky.
Yeah, and so they're trying to figure out what's going on. They're trying to tell us stop hurting us. Who are you people? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, who do you think you are? Type deal.
Yeah, but at the same time, everybody got real mad with the Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. But that was the actual myth of the Crystal Skull is interdimensional, creature. Yeah. And everybody's like, "Oh, it's aliens." It's like, no, it's interdimensional creatures.
Yeah, that are not defined by our construct.
Right.
Of our
I enjoyed Indiana Jones' Crystal Skull. Like, where were you supposed?
I didn't think it was bad.
Where were you supposed to go next after Nazis? Commies.
Oh,
historically, was there the Shia LaBeouf character was a little overdone. It wasn't the best written, but I wouldn't even blame Shia LaBeouf for it as much as it would be fun to.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it was just presentation of the concept. And I never understood why is it always hide the kid? Oh, you had a son. I raised him without ever telling you had a son.
Yeah, that doesn't really make too much sense. They did leave it to where they could put a movie in between.
Right, but I mean, it's still it's not abnormal for fiction or anything like that, film or book to always have the "I hid your son from you. You never got to know, and now that they're an adult, their attitude is all messed up. You need to turn them into a real man."
Yep. Yeah.
Sometimes it can work.
It's a common theme.
If you're doing it for more comedic effect, then it works. If you're doing it as a serious plot device, I don't know. Like Ethan Van Sciver's using it in Rainbow the Brute, but his premise is hilarious. Like, your son is a pansy SJW style, child because he was raised by the mom, and now you need to teach him to be a real man. That's just humorous. Yes, you didn't know he existed, but that's fine. I raised him as a sissy, so teach him how to be a real man.
It's always interesting how those plot twists go. I mean, they go either be a real man because he's a sissy, or be a real man because he's an idiot.
Right. Well, that's always the presentation. God, I'm blaring back at myself. That's always the presentation of the dad in most sitcoms too. He's always an idiot. That was a more of a 2000s thing. Did you freeze again?
No, I'm going back through the news stories that we were talking about this week and sending back and forth to each other.
That was a 2000s thing, like big thing. What was it? According to Jim, that was a big one there too. Is the dad's an idiot? Like, that was always the comedy, the family sitcom comedy of like the early 2000s. All men were stupid and they couldn't survive without, women.
Oh, here's one that we didn't touch on. I didn't even read this one.
Is it pineapples?
No. About Honeywell.
Honeywell.
Yeah, actually, you sent this to me on Wednesday.
I'm sure, but you're telling me nothing.
Honeywell fined millions over exporting sensitive info on the F-22 and F-35 and more to China.
Right. Yeah, that one threw me. They're just fining them.
Well, it's too late to do anything about it.
Yeah, charge them. Send the CEOs to prison.
So the F-35, the F-22, the B-1B, and Tomahawk cruise missiles, and the Abrams tanks. Wow.
So it'd be perfectly fine according to your thing. Like if General Dynamics did the same thing, just fine them. It's too late.
Well, what other penalty are you going to give a corporation?
Send these CEOs to prison for treason. That is selling of secrets.
I agree. The people responsible that did it should be held accountable.
The corporation should be fined, as well as people tried for the exact crime they just committed.
They definitely need to, I would say that the company ought to go out of business over it.
Yeah.
But the F-35, B-1B, F-22, C-130, A-7H, A-10, Apaches, Abrams, Tomahawk missiles, and T-55 turboshaft engines. All of them. Schematics on all that type of stuff. And the T-55 is the engine that's on the Chinook helicopter.
Just saying.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Now they know all the tech support documents on how to take them down.
Possibly.
That's great. Well, they'd be able to exploit weaknesses.
Right. Or potentially. I was going to say potentially because, we don't know what exactly got leaked. We can just speculate. Because they're not going to.
It says the technical drawings and dimensions and specifications.
Right. But they're not going to tell us exactly what got leaked because that's dangerous to put out too.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I say a good probability of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, your cuckoo clock is saying it's 9 o'clock.
It is.
We can actually hear it this time.
Can you? Do you feel better?
I don't know. Maybe it's the anti-glare allowed us to hear the cuckoo clock. Oh,
freeze.
Yeah, freeze, idiot. Shut up.
Yeah. Well, you know, I needed new glasses. I'd had the other pair since 2012. So
at least now we can tell you are not a reptilian.
Better.
We can still tell that you're, try to do the eye roll thing. Nice.
Actually, I was trying to cross-eyed, but it really just doesn't work very well. But yeah, I mean, I've never actually paid for glasses before. Like I've had them my whole life, but when I was a teenager, my mother paid for them, and then after that, I was in the Army. So I've never paid for them before until now, and it's I found out they're actually ridiculous. It cost me like almost $500 for freaking glasses.
Oh yeah.
The frames were almost $300 on their own.
Yeah.
I could have got like some cheaper frames, but if I'm paying the money, I might as well just pay the money. My wife agreed with me, so I've been after a decent pair of glasses for years anyways. I'm a brand specific person. I try to stay loyal to a brand, which is why I stuck with Dinnerly as long as I did. Because it's like, okay, fix your problem. I'm done. At a certain point, I'm just done. But if you always provide me a good product, I'm sticking by you.
Exactly.
I think it's him.
Brand loyalty.
Yeah. So that's why I only use Garmin. I've got a Garmin. Was it the Forerunner or whatever the wrist one?
Okay.
I've got one of those that, if it hadn't been for the shattered glass, it would still work.
Oh, that sucks.
It took a bunch of ball bearings. No, that was a different one. I did catch. I didn't catch the truck. Yeah, so they don't handle power very well. You can't just direct wire in a Garmin to a cigarette plug.
Okay.
You have to have a reducer. It doesn't just take the power. So you can't just wire it directly into the cigarette port.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You have to get a kit. Otherwise, you'll smoke the hell out of the Garmin. Oakley's. That's another thing to try to stand by.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, man. I still stand by Oakley's. The frames, okay, the dog, this was Dozer a couple of years ago. He wound up getting a hold of my Oakley's. He destroyed the lenses, but the frames held up. I still have them. I just got new lenses. Who cares? Yep.
I paid a little bit of money. The only thing is I've got to adjust to is right there is the rubber
behind the ear.
No. That's whatever. I wore Oakley's long enough that doesn't faze me. The rubber runs right along the edge. It's straight metal on the bottom side resting on your ear.
It's kind of odd.
So you see where that rubber stops.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Yeah, so you've got the straight metal sitting on your ear. So when you put your hat on, it tries to dig in your ear. So I'm going to end up having to callus out my ears or whatever is really what it comes down to. Every new pair of glasses, you always have to break in, not just the glasses, but just get your face used to wearing them again, or the new one. So when they wrap, it's always weird, and then the nose pieces, every nose piece is different. But yeah, so yeah, it sticks back. I got to deal with dogs. Hold on, you take the show for a second.
I'm not 100% sure if he was trying to set your truck on fire. I don't think he was. I think he just screwed up on trying to supply power to something. Oh my. Yeah, speaking of dogs, we had to take ours to the emergency vet earlier this week. He got into stuff he shouldn't have gotten into. It was very expensive. Very, very expensive.
Still cheaper than keeping you around.
How? You haven't paid me yet.
I'm gonna use the comment every jackass civilian makes. I pay your medical. I pay your paycheck.
Okay, that works.
So by all technicality, if you add up everything you've processed through VA, you're more expensive than a dog.
Well, this time it's workers' comp, so.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that one.
you're getting a fence. Therefore you're finally getting paid. But you have to come pick it up, just like your check. You have to pick that up too. If you didn't opt for direct deposit.
I told you. If you ask for us to deliver it,
There's PayPal.
I was told if you ask for delivery, it costs extra. I'll even give you the fence posts with the concrete in them, so you just have to dig out the hole and drop them in.
Dude, that's that right there. That'd be tits. Yeah.
I don't know what that has to do with breasts, but to each their own.
Teacher.
Like, are you watching a lot of bad sci-fi movies where like it like opens up and now they're machine guns coming out of the breasts? Is that what it is?
Raymond, you can't sit there.
Now we know what you fantasize about.
No, that's all I could come up with for the barrel style for the post sticking out of concrete, which you just called tits.
Meaning awesome that I'd be able to go ahead and take those and just drop them, plunk them right down into another hole.
Well, yeah, you just got to get your own auger because you're not taking mine.
You're coming out here. I'll give it back.
I don't trust you.
It's not like it's an Impala. Oh my God.
Yeah, but the problem is I just don't trust you that it would happen. Be like, oh, yeah, I haven't done yet. Can I just hold on a bit longer? Okay, and then like 3 years from now, I still don't have my auger.
Oh my.
They're good for planting trees too.
I do intend to go ahead and get auger here eventually, so.
Right. Well, my wife and I were talking. It's either we're going to get a Granny Smith apple tree, or we're going to get one of those sweet tart cherry trees.
Speaking of cherry trees, I need to see if mine, the blooms, actually started to turn into fruits or not. If it didn't, I'm cutting the damn thing down.
Why?
It was supposed to start producing 2 years ago.
Nice. See, Menards doesn't sell like the regular cherry trees. They've got the flowering ones that aren't actual fruiting trees.
Yeah, I know. And if this one, I was told that it's one of the fruit ones, not a flowering cherry.
But it doesn't seem to be true.
Yeah, and if that's the case, I'm going to cut it down because of where it's planted at.
Well, so if my wife and I, if we get the apple tree, then she uses the Granny Smiths for cooking. Or if we get the cherry tree, then I'm making cherry wine.
Ooh,
I may make apple wine too, but I don't know how that'll do. I can make apple juice, I guess, but you won't get much out of it, I'm sure.
Well, if you did apple, you could make apple pie.
Well, yeah, that's what my wife's going to do is bake apple pies. I don't understand your problem.
No, liquid apple pie.
Yeah, that's not my thing. That's a Nick thing.
I need to get a hold of some of
Apple
that.
pie moonshine. Yeah, that's a Nick thing. Are you being a Nick?
No,
No, I got told you are a Nick.
I don't have any mason jars around me.
He would drink out of just a mason jar on the show. And it wasn't like one with a handle on it either. It was just a straight mason jar.
Yeah.
Like the ones with the handles on it, my grandparents had those. You know, that was a thing back in the 60s.
Oh yeah. You can still get them.
Oh yeah, you can. Well, I mean, we've got mason jars in the house, but we use them for like actual canning.
Yeah. I haven't done any of that in I can almost say decades and a decade and a half.
What, canning?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it with different soups and whatnot, but then it just got. It hasn't.
We actually canned our own applesauce when I was like 17, and before my dad passed away a few years ago, we actually found some of it still in the basement there, and it had actually started to ferment. Oh my goodness!
So I went to annual training when I was still in the National Guard, and I ended up there for like 40 days or whatever. Yeah, or 30 days, whatever. It's supposed to be 2 weeks, but I had to be early, so whatever. Ended up there for like a month. I come back, and I had a Chevy Lumina, a green Chevy Lumina. So I get back, and I look in the back of the car because I was looking for something, and I found a McDonald's bag. I was like, oh, fuck. And I had to look because it didn't even stink. And
Still
the
perfect.
McDouble that was in there was literally turned to cardboard.
Really?
No, nothing. It looked like cardboard.
It just hardened.
That's all it did was just harden. It did not rot, nothing. Yeah.
Man, that's one of those where you put it back in the microwave with like a bowl of water next to it to see if you bring it back to life.
I'm going to say no because I also opened up the thing of grape juice I had. Not like a little bottle, but like your big, whatever kid's grape, like Welch's grape juice. I opened that up. That bitch fermented. It sat in a hot Lumina that entire time. That bitch fermented.
Nice.
Didn't touch it because I was afraid I'd get poisoned.
Cookies and camping.
Oh my God. We opened up our fucking camper and there was still an open package of cookies in there. They didn't mold.
What type of cookies were they?
Chips Ahoy Chewy.
Really? And I like those. And they didn't mold.
They did not mold. Inside a hot ass camper.
That's actually kind of freaky.
All through the winter.
Velveeta. Have you ever noticed with Velveeta, if like you're rinsing something off that has a whole bunch of the Velveeta on it, right? Like rinsing off a dish or whatever, that it foams. It foams.
No, I can't say. Well, yeah, but there's usually other stuff in there. I can't just judge.
It's like soap bubble type foaming, you know?
Yeah. We were scared to touch them. They are still sitting up in the camper. Unmolded. Unmolded.
So are you actually running an experiment now to see how long before they do?
No, we're running an experiment of when you show up, we're going to have you try them and see if it gives you food poisoning.
Plausible.
I've got $10.
Plausible.
Everybody's got a price. I got $10.
I might be stupid enough to do one now.
Yeah, open package. That's the worst part. Open package. But you got to think.
Are they hard?
I didn't touch them.
That's what you feed to the birds.
Seltzer water?
No, those cookies. See what happens.
But it's tastes good. You're not wasting my mango on.
No, he said feed those cookies to the neighbor's birds.
Feeding my mango to the birds. What the hell?
Yeah, she thought you're talking her seltzer. She's like, no.
She doesn't want to wind up in the ER.
You won't. Why?
Well, we know who's watching.
No. Here's the thing. You're gonna try them too. That's the only way she would end up in the ER with you. Otherwise, you can't have other people in the ER with you. COVID.
Yeah.
So, kind of. Depends on your state.
They actually allow one person with you now. Here.
But you're not there. You'd be here.
Well, yeah.
He's not coming to visit.
You'd be here, not there.
Yeah, I'm assuming Ohio's got the one person accompanying rule. Well, we already know they do because what all your mom just went through.
No, that was in Indiana.
Oh.
Yeah. Next city over. It's across state lines. You got to remember, I live right on the state line. You never know what state I'm in.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and I'm so close to the border as well that it's just, yeah.
So,
like literally yesterday at work, I was in 3 different states 4 separate times.
So the question is, are you ever going to actually come out this way?
I am trying to nail down a date right now. I have been actually trying to figure that one out this week.
I would recommend your fiance as your date.
No, I'm trying to nail down the date that I'd be able on the calendar that I'd be able to come out there.
I wouldn't date calendars. They're not. They don't put out.
I need a vacation.
I've been
You
saying
went
that
2
for a
years
while.
ago. I didn't.
My wife keeps telling me that I get to go on my vacation in July,
Yeah.
which I did find out from work. Nobody has that day off. I could drop a vacation day for that Friday before.
There you go.
My wife and I start driving, and we get there by the time you get off work.
So when you guys come out, just so that way we can try and figure out where we want to go possibly in the area. What type of like activities?
COVID safe activities. It's your fault you're sober.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out drinking. Oh God. Nobody wants to see that. As long as it's not SoCo, you'll be fine.
I said yes. Drinking.
Well, just be glad you're coming in the middle of summer where you don't have to worry about having 4 seasons in one day.
No, Four Seasons is a restaurant, and I don't care to go to there.
Which one?
There's a couple of them. We'll have children, though. That's the problem. We have to make sure we have child safe.
Basically, what they're saying is you and I are DDs.
Yeah, but you have to be able to take children with you.
There's plenty of places like that.
That you can take children? That's fine. You're paying the Uber. Actually, my wife doesn't get drunk. Yeah. She's not one of those that drinks to get drunk. Though I don't know that she could. I took her to a bar, the first time she'd ever been to a bar. And they had those tube shots, like those test tube shots, where they're all like fruit freaking liquor mixed up.
Yeah.
She had 4 of those. Oh, I keep getting told hold on because apparently she's texting it or messaging it over. I don't know. It really defeats the idea if I. But yeah, I take her to this place. It's a Thursday night. That's your first mistake. So it's boring, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she had 4 of these tube shots, right? I shoveled, and I knew the bartender too, right? So we're already, you already know how that's going. It's a Thursday night. Nobody's there, and I know the bartender.
Free drinks.
No. Well poured drinks.
There you go.
Not free drinks. Well poured drinks. And it was like 8 sex on the beaches. Half an hour.
Ooh.
Wasn't paying attention, just chilling at the bar. We were only there we were there for less than an hour because it was just boring. I had 1 drink, and she's like, "Are you not drinking?" I said, "I've got to drive home."
Yeah.
So yeah. So half an hour, walking straight, talking straight, no hangover.
Super liver.
I don't even know what goes on the liver for that.
Super.
The liver doesn't fix your brain.
No, but the fact that she processed that much alcohol to where she wasn't falling over drunk.
Right.
I'm still the girl that had baby without any.
Wow.
But I can't get her to do shots. I tried to give her shots of vodka, and she ends up puking it up because literally, that burn in her throat, she's done.
Oh my god, that dinner we had that one.
Literally, she so she can't do that, right? But she can put a kid out with no painkillers whatsoever. Got nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing. No idea. She's even in the background here laughing or giggling away because she's sitting there like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
So, yeah. But needless to say, so, she doesn't drink heavy. And that's the only time I've gotten her to drink a lot.
Yeah.
I wish I could say it was just a fluke, but there's no fluking that. And it's a bar, like an actual bar. They had soda pop. So it's not like they had non-alcoholic versions of any of these, liquors. Yeah. So when they pour it, it's poured.
Oh, definitely.
Hell,
Definitely.
At one point, there was a drink named after me.
I'm okay. Yeah, you got me. What is it?
Oh, the drink named after me? I don't know. That bartender doesn't work there anymore. It was literally because I was willing to try the drink she had come up with. I said, okay.
What was in it?
I don't fucking know. I was drunk. Like, why are you asking these questions? This is in like 2009? You expect me to remember this stuff?
Yeah, you see what she just said.
Yeah.
And she mixed one drink that was pretty much 50-50 SoCo and sweet tea, and she couldn't walk.
What's an Irish trash can?
I can look it up. What all is it that again?
Look, okay, so you know the drink I miss? I really, truly miss. Jameson 12-year.
Yeah. You speak of that quite often.
And down in Kentucky, I could buy Jameson 12-year for the same price that up here you pay for regular Jameson.
So half an ounce of gin, half an ounce of light rum, half an ounce of vodka, half an ounce of peach schnapps, half an ounce of blue Curaçao, half an ounce of triple sec.
So you already lost me at peach and coconut. Blue Caraco, coconutty, correct?
No. I'm pretty
I
sure
don't know. It's not something I drink.
Blue Caraco.
So
And then Red Bull.
yeah, I'm not fond of peach, anyways.
And then Red Bull mixed in it.
Ew.
I never understood mixing energy drinks and liquor. No, I take that back. I did mix Rockstar Punch with something, but I can't remember what now.
Shoulders killing me right now.
The only reason I touch a Red Bull is because after I got the COVID, it screwed with my taste buds.
Oh my gosh.
That's literally the only thing, because everything had like a disgusting, trashy taste to it.
When did that go away?
I still have problems.
Still going on.
Depends on what it is. Every once in a while, I'll still have issues, but I don't know if it's. I don't know it's COVID. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know it's a response from COVID. It could just be a response of anything. I don't smell Newports buried in my nose after like a week or so. That was horrible. That one apparently is not a common symptom, or what? Not symptom. What do they call that? Side effect.
Yeah.
I have.
My wife had it and I had it, where it smelled like you remember you've flown through Chicago O'Hare, right?
Oh my God, yes.
Chicago O'Hare, and they have the smoking shack in there
Yeah.
or smoking room. Imagine somebody locked you in that, and 30 people lit up Newports, like straight Newport, not Newport, like Newports at the same time.
Nice.
That was stuck buried in our noses.
Nice.
You know, that real disgusting, stale. So that was buried in our noses for like a week, almost 2 weeks. And I was trying to go to work like that. It was bad. Everything kind of had a I don't want to say like an acid refluxy or like just like a trashy taste. If I drink like the some of the Rip Its, even like that Rip It Power, it like as you're drinking it, you get this like it would be almost like an aftertaste.
I
You know,
taste salt.
Yeah.
my wife like even water tasted like soap.
Ew. No.
Yeah,
That
like
sucks.
Dawn dish soap.
That sucks.
And it was coming out of like brand new bottles. So it's like, it's not like, you know, the cup didn't get rinsed or something, you know, that somebody was playing jokes on, or like brand new bottles of pop would taste like dish soap was in it.
Yeah.
I didn't really lose my sense of taste, but
Headache.
you could tell that there was a blandness to
Yeah,
things.
there's a blandness, a headache.
Yeah.
But
So
I
having
didn't
to add
like-
to it.
Constant fucking headache, but I mean, I still have that anyways from the army, so.
Well, and you also have the zoo.
Do I?
You also have the zoo, your household, all the animals and everything.
Yeah.
So constant headache.
Right. And children.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the birds are getting along, and my wife tried looking up online about like how to deal with them. And, you know, I'm introducing the two birds together, and somebody's like, "Don't let them sleep together. Feathers will fly." I'm like, "The fuck." I don't own two cages. Other people are like, oh, you know, they'll just take like a week. They'll keep their distances. These two are just chilling next to each other on the perch.
Are they sitting next to each other?
Yeah, because they're both lonely.
Yeah. Well, the other one came out of there's other birds in the pet store.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's 2 other ones in there, so at least it wasn't lonely there. But Shasta actually was trying to get her to look at the white one, to get the white one, but she wanted the regular green one.
Huh.
The white one, it just says rare next to it, and it's like it is kind of cool looking, but
Yeah.
we got a green one named Rarity instead of a white one that would have made more sense to be named Rarity.
Yeah.
Okay, we had 4 viewers there briefly, so and now it's dropped back down. So if we still have
We
a
got
4th
boring.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
But no, yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna have to yell at people. People did say, "Oh, we should be on," blah blah blah. Oh, here's one. Definitely want to hear your thoughts on this. The pickup truck sitting in the lots. Kentucky Speedway's got thousands of Ford F-150s sitting in there.
Yeah, they got F-150s and Super Duty sitting there, and then GM actually has been producing and setting in fields. So because of the microchips shortage or whatever going on, they're making vehicles, but they can't sell them because they're not fully operational yet. So all the manufacturers are going ahead and making the vehicles and waiting on the chips for the computers to show up to be able to put them in. From what I understand, I don't know what Ford's doing, but from what I understand with GM, they're basically reusing the same engine computer over and over and over, and they're getting the vehicle, putting the engine computer into it, taking it to the lot where it's going to sit until it gets its actual engine computer, taking it out, going back, grabbing the next one, taking it to the lot, using the same computer over and over and over.
Yeah, I don't even know. God, echoing back in myself. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but I know it's insane.
Yeah, so they're going ahead. I mean, a lot of the local dealerships in this area are actually starting to have a crunch on new inventory where they don't have it because these vehicles are all being made, but they can't be sold, they can't be shipped because they're not fully operational, they're not fully built yet. Because we're waiting on parts from other countries to go into them to make them a full vehicle.
Right. It's
why aren't we making this shit ourselves?
That's a good
I mean,
question.
I get it. It's cheaper from elsewhere, but you're at their mercy, and this is proof of it.
Maybe we don't need so many fucking computers in the cars. We used to have no computers in the cars, and they work just fine.
Yeah, why don't we go back to some of the older technology where, you know, certain different persons in the past actually used carburetors, specially made carburetors, and getting 40 miles a gallon out of these V8s back in the day. Why aren't we doing that now? We'd be able to meet the EPA standards right off the bat.
My car has Wi-Fi in it.
It's going to be helpful when we drive about whatever, how many hours.
Just saying, though.
I know, I'm saying, but you're talking technology in cars. Our car has Wi-Fi built into it.
And it also has cell.
No, you've got to sync your cell phone to it.
No. From the manufacturers, they can actually go ahead and update that car remotely.
But no, it's got an assigned cell phone number, but it just doesn't. You still have to plug your phone into them. That's the way it's designed with the Ford Pass.
Oh, I understand that.
You're thinking OnStar, where you had your own phone number with your car.
You had that system, but at the same time, there's a lot of these vehicles being made now that the software can be remotely updated. It's happening with the semis today. Manufacturer software and data links, remote data links that operate off of cell signals.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, that's what we got. Ours could update whenever.
Yeah.
There's just no new updates. But at the same time, we can be parked at before we even had the Wi-Fi turned on in the car. Could use my cell phone to start the car to unlock the doors at fucking Walmart. It's not even hooked to a Wi-Fi system. It literally just can. Yeah. Use the app and start your car.
Yep.
My wife's driving down the road. I can check the oil and I can percentage or life expectancy of it and the tires and tell me how the tires are and how much fuel she still has.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can check all that shit remotely now, and it doesn't necessarily require Wi-Fi. It's going over a cell signal.
Right. But yeah. Now when we go to Pennsylvania, though, it'll be nice having unlimited data in the car for the for at that point 5-year-old to entertain themselves for 7 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Because, of course, that's when you want your kids to sleep. So, of course, they're not going to.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you guys got to come through the tunnels.
Right.
There you go, Zac. Take a vacation day.
Of course, there's only really one tunnel you absolutely have to go through if you take the Pike to get here. The other one is optional.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I have a choice on taking the Turnpike. I just know the price of the Turnpike.
You can. There's honestly, it's 5 minutes longer from the Breezewood interchange to go ahead and hop off there to come to the house versus coming all the way out to the exit on the Pike that's actually closest.
That's besides the point. I'm talking even the Ohio Turnpike. There's no better way through past Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, not without adding another hour or more to your drive.
Well, 76 and 30 aren't too bad, but then you still got to shoot up.
Yeah. But I have to get over to them. Without putting out exactly where I am.
Yeah.
So
that's like me going ahead and leaving it vague with the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Right. Oh, neck just popped.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling tension right here, but I pulled out a bunch of fence posts.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I pulled out a bunch of fence posts and fencing today, so.
Yeah.
And gates and.
So we've
had
had 3 days of rain already. And we had 3 different hailstorms come through here today. And tomorrow we're due for like all the amount of rain we've had in the past 3 days in one day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, better tomorrow than on Monday.
Well, Monday's got rain in the forecast too.
Well, yeah, but if you're talking that much rain, better tomorrow than on Monday.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see if the basement bunker floods tomorrow.
That would be your own fault.
Well, it's one of those things. It's a project that I haven't gotten to yet, but it's
if you had a trash pump down there, you'd be fine.
It doesn't really like truly flood. It's like leakage. It seeps in. The past 3 days, it stayed dry down here, though.
Did it?
Yeah. So far, so good. It's still dry. Dehumidifier's running, but it's still dry.
I really thought our alien conversation would have gone farther earlier, but it just...
It fizzled and popped.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Well, I wouldn't say it popped badly, but it raises valid questions.
Yep. No, it popped as badly as the weather balloons in Roswell.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I really thought that'd be conversational and drag out and be, be a deep thing, but you're too sober for this.
Oh my God. Blame it on me.
2 months of unnecessary sobriety.
5 weeks. No. 4 weeks.
No, it has not been 4 weeks. I would have to go back 2 shows ago to find out you saying it'd been 5 weeks then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's been about a month and a half at least. Yeah.
You're at 7 weeks, so 2 months,
Yeah.
give or take.
Cool.
2 months of unnecessary Nick-like sobriety.
So now for the rest of the year, I could go ahead and make up for that and not be considered a drunk.
I'm not making any promises. I'm just saying sobriety is killing this show.
Where's everybody? Where's all the other people at that were supposed to be commenting and watching and feeding and us being able to go off of?
They found out you were sober.
Literally?
Yeah.
Yes.
Prove me wrong. They're not here to say otherwise.
Yeah, they're not here to say otherwise. They ought to say that.
I don't even know that's the reason. I don't even know they ever logged on. I don't see these things if they never comment. All I know is causation and correlation. You're sober, less viewers. Less viewers, you're sober.
I don't know. I don't know. Kind of surprised I haven't seen you drink any Jim Beam.
I don't have any.
Oh.
And I had vacation day paychecks and whatnot. So we had other things to take care of, like, my daughter's birthday party planning.
Yeah.
So not a big deal there. Literally, there was already beer in the fridge. Why waste? Why, I don't like, is the money there that I could? Yes. Is it worth spending right now? No. I'm not, all my money's invested in this podcast web show thing. So I have to do what I can. By that, I mean $10 a month.
Yeah.
And the internet bill, that's like $80.
Yeah.
Trade you.
$79.99. I don't have cable. That's just the internet.
I think I'm going to need to go to possibly, if I get the chance next weekend, maybe middle of the day, like on a lunch break, to go buy Xfinity and just, have the cable box in hand and say, here, I don't need that.
Why is that?
Because we haven't really been using cable. What's the point of paying for it if you don't use it? We've been using all the apps on the TV.
Yeah. IMDb, TV, and Pluto. I've got an LG TV with LG channels, which all come from Pluto.
Yeah, we got Pluto, Prime Video, Roku, Disney Plus. I mean, do we really need the other shit?
I won't use Roku. Roku, to me, I don't like the software.
Well, I mean, we don't really use Roku on there, but it's like mostly Prime Video and
it's built into the TV?
Netflix.
The Roku's built into the TV already or something?
Yeah, it's an actual Roku TV.
I refuse to buy a Roku built-in TV.
Okay.
Because then I would have a Roku. I literally bought a smart TV without Roku so that it did not have to have Roku.
So what's the issue with Roku?
I don't like the software.
What about it particularly?
I just don't like it. It's like Android and iPhone,
Yeah,
Mac and Apple, or Mac and PC. Excuse me.
yeah,
PlayStation versus Xbox.
yeah. Okay.
Drinking versus not drinking.
Jesus.
Plus, I have a Fire Stick. Why the fuck would I want a fucking Roku? It's easier to have the fires. I would rather they didn't have the option at the time. I would rather have had the Fire Stick already pre-built in to the TV, and I still own that Xbox.
I've got one here, but I haven't even turned it on in a year.
Mine hasn't been turned on in like probably a year or 2 years. So yeah, it's actually out in the garage somewhere. I in fact know exactly where it's at, but yeah,
It's plugged in and it's hooked up. It just hasn't been turned on in a year.
yeah. Last thing that ever got played on it was Fable. We're talking Xbox 360. Though they did
One S.
bring Knights of the Old Republic
Okay.
onto the Fire Stick. So if you had the game controller, you could play Knights of the Old Republic from the original Xbox on your TV.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've got it. One of these days I'll break down and do it while they still offer it. But yeah, I've got it on my phone. Does that count? It's real hard playing that game on a tiny little phone screen.
Oh, I bet.
You know,
Any of the games from a gaming console being played on a cell phone is a pain in the ass.
yeah, and this is like the actual 100% legit game on your cell phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not even like your converted styling. It's got converted controls. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's the legit game. It's with all the definition. I mean, you got to remember that was released in freaking 2003, something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if not before. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that you can get that kind of graphics onto a cell phone.
No.
Hell, I was looking at pictures the other day where I sat there and I was like, I don't get it. Like, these were great looking pictures when I was a kid, but now I just look at them and like
They look like garbage. They're pixelated.
Yeah. Yeah, you notice that too.
Yeah, and what it's come down to is how many more pixels are in a screen now.
Yeah, but the pictures look to me just as bad as the pictures that when I was a kid that were like my grandparents had taken, that I was like, oh, those are like old pictures. You could tell that camera was like fucking 20 years old, you know? No, it looks exactly the same quality now.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Like the picture my mom got of me when I was probably like 2, climbing into my grandfather's semi truck, which that means I can blame my grandfather and my mother for ever letting me set foot into a semi truck. But
yeah, it's their fault.
Yeah, exactly. But well, my great grandfather drove too, so I mean, I was just screwed from the get go. And Shasta was screwed because her grandfather drove truck too, so she was obviously going to find a truck driver.
Yeah.
And he was in the Army too, so you know.
Oh, she got the 2-for-1.
Yeah, right. So, but anyways, so that picture looks just the same as. So you're talking 2 years old. That would have been like 1989.
Yeah.
Okay. And then fast forward, I've got a picture that was taken in probably 2004, maybe 2005 of me and my BDUs. That looks the same quality. So, yeah. Looks the same
Oh, yeah.
quality.
Yep. And it's like pre-deployment photos, like our deployment before
Right.
we actually left, say at our farewells or whatever. Pictures from that were taken with a digital camera, right?
Okay.
Looking at those, and then now it's like, ooh, because they're just pixelated.
Oh yeah. Well, I noticed that if I take a picture with my phone, there's times I look and go, "This picture is garbage."
Yeah.
Like I know you've taken better pictures before phone. Like, why is this picture literally garbage?
Yeah, and then you wind up changing the flash setting, and it's perfect. How's that? I mean, come on. Having the flash on, it's a worse photo than with the flash off.
Right. I don't understand technology. So we've got the live plants in this lizard tank, right? And this one leaf, it started out looking like a straw coming up out, and slowly, as the weeks went on, slowly opened up from inside of itself. Like, so it was wrapped up and then slowly opens up. And now this leaf is bigger than all the other leaves on the whole freaking plant.
Nice.
That thing's almost the size of my hand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's just knock off my fingertips, like that top knuckle. That's the size of that leaf.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't even know what kind of plant it is, but it came up just like that. Came up like a straw coming out, and then slowly just like unraveled, which tells me that I really don't trust paper straws.
Paper straws, man. Oh,
Yeah,
talking about
I don't understand it.
Talking about the paper versus plastic shit. When was the last time you went to McDonald's?
Like yesterday, day before, something like
What
that.
type of cups did you have?
Plastic.
You notice they switched to plastic cups here recently.
COVID?
No, they had the waxed paper cups for how long? And now they're going to plastic cups.
Right.
While everybody else is going the opposite way. I just find it interesting.
Well, yeah, but they're probably still using them in California, so it's okay. No, it's because they're trying to act like they're a coffee shop. Have you noticed their new theme is like more styled towards a coffee shop, McCafes?
Oh yeah, they're trying to, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, excuse me, put soda into the plastic cup now. It's like, okay, I understand. You could go with one style cup and it's cheaper, but you had these paper cups for the longest time, and now you're going to plastic.
Well, right, but what bothers me more is
it's ironic. That's all.
Oh yeah, I don't take away from that. Bothers me more is the fact that some of these cups are getting those paper cups. They're not even lasting the length of time that it takes to drink the drink.
No,
Not like the next day type thing. If you left it sit there, they're not even lasting an hour.
And the paper straws, the second time you wind up trying to get anything through them, they collapse in on those.
I haven't had a paper straw. I wouldn't know.
She wound up buying some straws for the kids, and they're the paper straws. I'm just like, what the fuck are these? I tried. I'm like, oh man, this is horrible.
I mean,
I know why everybody's bitching about them.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted a paper straw, I mean, I'd. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The whole paper straw thing.
Yeah, I take that back. One movie theater we went to did.
Yeah, they sucked, didn't they?
I don't know. They only have to last 2 hours.
Yeah, they didn't last that, did they?
No, they did. It was awkward. at first because I was afraid I was going to like paper cut my tongue, but
Ooh, I never thought about that.
That
There you go. That's the opening for another class action lawsuit. Paper
Right.
cut tongue.
I'm dealing with something. Go ahead. Take it somewhere. You sober fuck.
Well, it's not really
If you were drinking, you would know how to take and keep this show going.
only going to be a few minutes left of it. Oh, my. So, yeah. What is everybody's thoughts on that one? The new class action lawsuit being a paper cut tongue.
It's probably been done.
I don't know. I want to look it up.
So I got my Menards gift card thing or whatever cash back for that 11%. After doing everything for my fencing. Over $200.
You got what?
Over $200 in that 11% back for Menards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that tell you how much money I spent on that fence.
Lumber is not cheap at all.
It's only going up. Same with fuel prices.
At cigarettes.
Doesn't surprise me, but milk, that's the one. Milk,
Bread.
meat, bread.
I was actually waiting for you to say not my
Dinnerly.
No, generally didn't go up.
They would have if they didn't pop the freezer pack.
Yeah, my dinnerly cost went down actually. So for some reason, through all this,
Nice.
well, the problem is they gave us credit back. They said if you ever order from us again, you'll get this credit.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay, so I'm fine. Got it. Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well,
Price of air conditioners have gone up a bit too.
oh, yeah. The new refrigerant, these things is outrageously priced.
Yeah, because
That's the number one cost right there is the refrigerant and the type of compressors in order to meet the efficiency standards.
Yeah, because we got ours. It cost over $400 for this little, what is it, 10,000 BTU freaking portable.
Yeah, I know the 15K unit that's in the window.
No, 20,000. I don't remember what it is.
Well, anything larger than 15K is usually 220.
Okay, well, yeah, it's not 220, it's 110.
Yeah.
No, I have a 220 plug.
But yeah, that 15K unit, it was 500 or something like that last year. And
Yeah,
that 9K unit was 300. Just under 300.
Yeah. It's insane.
But I will say, over an ancient central AC system, which needs replaced, they did save $100 a month on cooling costs last year.
Nice.
Yeah, as far as the electric bill goes. So really, they paid for themselves last year.
And that's the thing. Hell, I had the highest electric bill I've had. Didn't even have Christmas lights going. I can't figure out what exactly caused it, but it wasn't the same time of the air conditioners running last year. We never had that high. This was our technically January to February bill.
The colder temperatures and the higher heat settings because of the birds.
Yeah, yes and no, because it wasn't even that high.
Yeah.
It just, yeah, not for it to spike that much,
Yeah.
That was the thing. If it hadn't spiked significantly more, but you're talking, it exceeded $400.
Yeah.
So that was insane. and an all-electric house. So,
Yeah. Meanwhile, I hate seeing 250 on an electric bill in the summer.
right. Yeah, that's what our average bill is, but that's got water bill added into it too. So. But
we
this
did it
has
at the
been,
same time again.
yeah. This has been the Zac Yak Pac on the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You can follow us on the Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. That is JUXTAPLOOZA. You can follow me on Instagram at MPJags, and you can
Tell me that I'm an idiot on here in the comments.
and he's been lying to you for nine shows straight now. Unless you don't count today, then it would be 8 shows straight.
But
make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, leave comments down below, hit that like button, helps the algorithms.
instead of pineapple, yes.
Fine. Okay, so we need to get a P.O. box so they can mail pineapples to you.
Yes.
Oh, now you know what? That's something that we ought to do. We ought to get a PO box.
I've been thinking about it. If we get enough viewers, that I planned on it so they can mail us stuff
Yeah,
like hate mail.
yeah, and then like do it like 2 or 3 towns over where you get the PO box.
Of course.
Ah,
Yeah,
is there anybody that we dislike that we know has a PO box? We could have everything sent to them.
just get one of those UPS boxes. That's like a physical address.
Oh my god! Yeah, that'd be
I've
awesome.
physically delivered pallets to UPS stores because people use that as their business address.
Nice.
Yeah. And guess what they don't? Guess what they don't have at the UPS stores?
Docks.
Fork trucks.
Yep.
Now I got a pallet jack. The dock isn't the issue. They don't even have a fork truck. As you freeze with a dumbass smirk on your face.
Yeah, I can see where that might be a problem depending on what's delivered.
Right. So, but you guys have a great rest of your night. And
Don't forget that tomorrow is Mother's Day. You're screwed if you just now realize that.
You're frozen again. There we go. Yeah. So, what are you doing for your mother for Mother's Day?
Already done. Delivered it too. And she absolutely loves it.
Yeah.
A placard with the name that she goes by from the kids and every single one of the kids' names on it.
Nice. I decided I'm just going to leave my mom the hell alone because she just had a nice surgery done.
Well, it depends on how well you get along with your mother. You ought to get her a back massager.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Pick that up on your way home from church tomorrow. Enjoy. Have a good night.
right. Catch you guys later.
Ah.